Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Untitled Ryker here. Today we are off on a group ride to Waleska, Georgia, and there is a grill up there, a restaurant. I think it's Garland something. I'll let you know as soon as I find out more myself, but apparently it's like a shooting range as well, and it's supposed to be a really good view and restaurant, and I think they have clay shooting up there, so I'm not sure if we're gonna do any shooting, but we're definitely meeting up with the group to get some lunch. We'll see how it goes. The weather's supposed to be beautiful today, no rain in sight, but again, that's you know, being that it's Georgia, that could change anytime. On the highway, I can feel less air on my chest and my shoulder, but I still have a lot of buffeting on my helmet, so I guess it's going to take a little bit of time to get that sorted. What I mean is, it's going to take a little bit of time to get the height and the brake angle dialed in. So what I've done now is raise it up a little bit, but I've kept the rake forward all the way. So I'm going to raise it up a little more and see how that goes. But yeah, definitely there is some buffeting on the helmet. No different than what I was feeling before with the sport windshield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up a little bit, and when I stop and meet up with the group, I'm going to go ahead and raise it up and see if that makes any difference. There was a viewer, his name's Erkin, who was watching my videos, and we've been talking over, you know, chatting in the comments on YouTube, and connected through the Spider group in Facebook, and he was in the market of buying a Ryker, and it's so cool with technology these days how you can connect with people so easily. And he was trying to figure out which dealership to go to. You know, he wasn't quite happy with Roswell Motorsport initially, with their sales team when he walked into the Alpharetta showroom and the Marietta one, and I was like, that's kind of surprising. I thought the sales team was pretty good, but they said nobody gave him the time of the day, and nobody would even say, you know, give him a minute to talk to him about the bike. So I gave him another option, and that was where I got my sway bar at Extreme Propulsions. And he told me the day he was walking in, I said, look, before you go there, go to Marietta, talk to this guy, and you know, he's a good guy, he should be able to help. He walked into Marietta, I'm not sure if he asked for the guy or not, but did not feel right. I said, just go straight to Extreme Propulsions, you know, forget it. Walked in, I think within 2 hours, texted me a picture of the bike and walked out. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be meeting him for the first time today. He's riding with us. That's really cool. So congratulations, Erkin, if you're watching the video, and hope you have a good ride today, man. And we're here, so it looks like it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. So let's see. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say hello real quick, and I'll get back with you as soon as we hit the road. Alright guys, and we are off. So small group, have 5 riders, including us, including me, I mean, and which is fine. A couple of them I know, and then we've got our newest member, Erkin, and Jeff and his missus. First time I'm meeting them. And we are off to a place called Waleska. I can't remember if I've ever been to Waleska, so Pretty sure this might be the first time I'm going up there, and should be cool. Never been up there before, and there's a gun range there. It's called the Garland Mountain Gun Range, I believe, or Garland Gun Range. And they have a restaurant there, which is pretty cool. Apparently there's no membership fee. There's no membership required to eat there, so supposedly the view is amazing out the restaurant, so it'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so we are off again. We just took a quick pit stop. Somebody had to go to the restroom and gave me a chance to fill up with gas because I didn't have enough time this morning to stop and fill up for gas. So last time, if you saw my other video when I went for a group ride up to Blue Ridge, last time I was shocked as to the fuel economy. It was showing the highest number I saw was 37.7 miles per gallon. I have never seen that ever. And somebody else mentioned that you know, they have never seen anything over 28 or 29 or even 30 miles per gallon. And I'm like, you know what, same here. But normally when I ride on the highway and I'm doing below 75, I end up seeing 30 to 31 miles per gallon. I always do. I mean, I always push it to the end. I'm going to stop doing that because I don't want my fuel pump to go out, but I always push it to the end where there's, you know, all of a sudden, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the range department where it tells you how much how many miles you have till empty, mine kind of goes blank after 22, 23 miles remaining. After that, it just immediately goes blank. If it goes to zero right after showing I can do 22, let's say 20 more miles, I'm curious if I can at least get 10 miles out. I know I've pushed it a little bit and I've been able to get, like, you know, 7, 8 miles out, but I'm just curious. Let's look at this beautiful countryside. Look at that, man. What a beautiful day today, and what serene, you know, calm, beautiful sights. Enjoying the view. It's pure, you know, it's just pure serenity, you know, no city rides, nothing. I don't want to jinx it, but not a whole lot of traffic. And look at these views, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Just a relaxing ride, which is what I'm looking forward to, just to get some things off my mind. And what better way to get stress and things off your mind? What better way of doing it than riding a motorcycle through beautiful roads like these? Guys, I just crossed 500 subs I think a week ago or something like that, and I'm pretty amazed at how quickly I've reached 500 subs. I wasn't expecting this. I mean, the goal is obviously to reach 1,000, see if I can do it in less than a year. But in about 2.5 months or 3 months of me opening up this brand new channel, I've reached about 540, I think, which is so awesome. I'm pretty humbled by that. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing and hitting the like button. You know, and if you're watching now and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. You know, YouTube has sent me some data, and I can look at it myself too, and it shows that roughly 85% of viewers are not subscribers. So, man, even if 10, 20, or 30% of those viewers can subscribe, that'll go a long way. You know, it's just takes a second. Just click on that button and hit subscribe. You know, it just helps YouTubers out. I mean, I've mentioned this previously. This is not this is not how I earn money. This is a hobby, but you know, it'll be interesting to see what the channel can grow to. And my previous channel, you know, I didn't really put a whole. I put quite a bit of videos on there of my BMW, but you know, that channel was very old. It had a lot of stuff from like 8-10 years prior to that, and I just wanted to get a fresh start on the channel. And regardless of what bike I have in the future, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stick with this channel name, even though I created this channel name specifically for the Can Am and the Ryker. Even if I don't stick with Can Am in the future, or I do or I don't, whatever the case is, I think I'm just going to keep the channel name the same. So again, just crossed 500 subscribers a week or 2 weeks ago, I believe. So I want to thank every one of you who have subscribed for doing that and watching my videos. You know, I'm just humbled. I mean, this is something I do for fun, and I'm glad that it's entertaining enough for you guys to watch. So thanks again. Look at that sign. That's really cool. I'm glad I'm recording these roads because this is pretty neat. Nice. Oh, we're going a little bit slow here, which I understand, but I could definitely be ripping through these corners much faster if I was by myself. But I understand in a group ride we're going to keep it safe, and that's the way it should be. If you're local to Georgia, let me know if you guys have been to this place before, and what you thought of these roads, if you've ridden these roads before. So I do like them. It's got some nice turns, elevation up and down, left and right. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, when you guys are riding these turns, you got to be careful, you know, because I gotta tell you, the speed will catch up to you real fast, and next thing you know that you're in a corner and we're, you know, doing X number of miles where you should have been doing much less. So you know, you guys got to be careful with that. You know, it's happened to the best of us, and it's happened to all of us, and it's not like it doesn't happen. It just happened once and it's done. No, it keeps on happening. So you know, there'll always be that one turn where you're like, oh crap, that was a little too fast, you know, slow down, turbo, you know, slow down, turbo. Anyway, I'm just enjoying these empty roads, y'all. It's good to finally meet you, man. Erkin's one of the subscribers who reached out and wanted to buy the Ryker, so he finally got it. What do you think, Erkin?
I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, how long have you had it now? Like a month now? Less than a month? Yeah.
It's a month and 1 day.
That's cool. I know we're about to head out, but we'll talk again on our next stop. But what do you think? You got plans for accessories and stuff? A bunch of them?
Yeah, I was checking out Adios horn. That's the next thing I want to change.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Maybe the grips as well. And then also the links, I think.
Links, yeah, that's a good idea. Start with the links and the windshield, I would say, you know, and the horn. Horn is pretty important. But no, that's so cool, Erkin. We get to meet, man. We've been chatting on YouTube, on the, you know, been watching my videos, so it's really cool to finally meet you. And it looks good, man. It looks good. I'm happy for you. I can't wait to see what you do with the bike, all the accessories you put on.
A lot of help. Thanks for answering.
Oh, anytime, man, anytime. It's good to meet you anyway. We're about to head out, so ride safe, man. I'll be right behind you. Alright guys, that was my man Erkin. Yeah, I met him for the first time today, and it's so cool that you can get to do that nowadays, you know what I mean? It's just pretty cool. This was our only stop after the initial gas stop, which was right when we started. So yeah, I just want to show this to you guys. I don't know if you can read that, guys. Let me make sure it's nice and dust free, but 38.9 miles per gallon. Yeah, that is almost like unrealistic. I mean, you know, I would never see that at any other point. I would never get 38.9 miles per gallon ever. Like ever, you know? So the highest I saw before 38.9 was 38.3 when we were riding. So that kind of beats the 37.7. But again, we were doing really low speeds, like we were in the 40s. And guys, it is a scorcher of a day today, man. It is so hot, and I'm wearing this heat out long sleeves because I don't want the sun to burn my arms. But you know what? I'm just gonna have to let go of the gloves right now because I was sweating in the gloves, which tells me that these handguards are doing their job. They're blocking the wind as best as possible. So, oh yeah, so I raised up the windshield a little bit more, and it seems to be a lot quieter. I can raise it up a little bit more, I guess, but I can already tell in this speed that the buffeting is a lot less now. So that's neat. I've been messing around with it every chance I get. We'll see how it goes. It's definitely better than the BRP Sport windshield, but don't let me, by saying that, don't let me discourage you buying the Sport windshield, because if you're never gonna do long distance riding or highway riding a lot, the Sports windshield is just fine. I mean, I rode in it when I commute to work. I have to hit the highway for about 10 or 12 miles, and 13 miles to be exact, and it's fine to me. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. But this one, yeah, if I had known or did my research before, I would have gone with the Madstad. But it's doing good. It's doing good. But guys, what I want to talk about is I just checked my mileage, and I'm at 1,970 miles. So by the time I get to the restaurant, I would have crossed over 2,000 miles. So you know what? I want to talk a little bit about the 2,000 mile. You know, how the last 1,000 miles has been. So as if you haven't checked out my videos, the beginning videos that I loaded on the YouTube when I first purchased the motorcycle, go ahead and look at those. But I'll just go over them briefly if you haven't watched those. When I first bought the motorcycle, my buying experience was off to a rocky start, especially with the finance department. And after that was fixed, I had issue with my handlebars. They would go off center after you hit just a regular bump, or you know, just a rough patch of road. My bars went off center twice. And this is a 2020 Ryker, so rally, and this is not part of it doesn't have an open recall. They fixed all those in the older bikes from last year. They had a handlebar issue, but anyways, they changed out the parts. My bike was there for 2 weeks or more. You know, it's kind of a, you know, I haven't had a great start with Mountain Motorsports, with their, you know, being the buying experience or the service center as well. So BRP took care of me though. So you know, this happened in the first month. I missed my road trip. I was supposed to go on an Ironbird ride. I missed that, which I'm so pissed off about. So they took care of me. You know, they compensated me, gave me $300 worth of accessories money, which I spent nice. Like I got the LinQ rack and the Sport Link bag that I've brought a video on previously. So yeah, and I use that every day. It's an awesome bag. If you haven't seen that video, please go ahead and check it out. It's the Link rack with the LinQ sport bag. It's really cool. I like that bag quite a bit. I think it is definitely more usable than the top case they have, which is that hooks up to the max mount. I forget what it's called. The LinQ case, I think it's called the LinQ case. So it's much better than that, because even though those are wider and bigger, they're not as deep, and the openings are really tiny for them to be waterproof. So even though this one they say is water, you know, it has some sort of protection against water, I think it's water resistant. So, but still, if you look at this bag, the LinQ sport bag, it is a rectangular shape, much deeper. The openings are all the way to the edge, and it is actually a lot more usable. Let's put it this way: you can't put a 2-liter bottle in the other bags, but you can easily fit it in this bag. So that's not why I bought it though, but I bought it so I can use it as a top case, you know, like most of your bigger spiders, you know, you buy the limited, you have a big tour pack on there, you know, so that's kind of like what I'm using it as. So, and the cool thing about the LinQ rack is that, you know, they make so many accessories that has this one kind of attachment. You know, you have a hook on one side and then another attachment point, you know, kind of turn the bar and it locks into place. So they have a bunch of accessories to fit that rack. I'm talking about 4 different kind of bags, a fuel can, and then you can take this bag that I have currently, the sport bag, and mount it on top of lock it on top of the fuel can. So I think it's just pretty cool. It's kind of like a modular system, which I really dig. So thanks to BRP, I was able to get that. So I'm sorry, this is I digressed, but coming back to my experience, it hasn't been all that great with mountain motorsports, and to be honest with you, I just have a feeling that it's just, you know, it's just the way it's going to be. Hopefully it's not going to be like that, but it is, because it is the way it is, because these, at the end of the day, these dealerships are not as big as your car company dealerships. Maybe these franchises, motorcycle brands, do not hold the dealerships accountable as much as the automobile dealerships would hold them accountable. So anyway, I will say one thing about this bike, that as many troubles as I went through in the very beginning, knock on wood, since then I have had no issues whatsoever. So I am talking about after they fixed my handlebar, which was you know, in the very beginning, it was like at right around 300-400 miles. So from the 400 miles, let's say, I've driven this motorcycle 1,600 more miles. I bought this bike last day of April, so I've had it May, June, July. So I've had it exactly, what is that, May, June, July, 3 months. So I've had it exactly 3 months, and in 3 months I put 2,000 miles on it. And apart from the handlebar issue that I've had, I have had no issues with the motorcycle whatsoever, and I truly am impressed with that. Like, not forget any issues, there hasn't been a single hiccup, not even a hiccup with the motorcycle. So I'm very impressed with the product itself. Like I said, shaky start, but the 1,600 miles after they fixed the handlebar issue, no issues. So thank God, knock on wood, no issues. It's been running flawlessly. and I hope it continues to do so. And you know, so I've put 2,000 miles in 3 months. It's averaging what, 700, just under 700 miles a month. So not a whole lot because of the weather, but once the weather starts to clear up, I'll be riding this almost every day. I tell you, the last 1,600 miles has been nothing but filled with joy riding this motorcycle. And what a machine, you know what I mean? Like, this is an amazing machine. I didn't think, you know, yeah, I mean, do I miss riding two wheels? Of course I do. I've been riding two wheels all my life. So yeah, I do miss, you know, leaning and, you know, going through the corners and all of that. But is this any less fun? Heck no, this is just as much fun as riding any other motorcycle. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, guys. I mean, I honestly, my first month I was like, oh man, did I make the right decision? Did I screw up? Should I, you know, I was just going back and forth in my head if I had made the right decision or not. But yep, you know, I can tell you guys that I don't think like that anymore, and this thing is absolutely awesome and I love it. Now I think my first service is at 6,000 miles, if I'm not mistaken. 5 or 6, I'll have to check. I'm not sure. If you know what the first service is at, let me know. I think it's at 5 or 6,000 miles. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 6,000 miles. And then I'll bring a video on my experience of the service, you know, how long it took to get or how far out of an appointment date I received, what the experience is dropping the bike off, how long it took to get the bike, did they wash it, did they not wash it, did they hand me the bike dirty, you know, all of that. I'll just bring my experience to you and let you know how that first service went. So yeah, guys, that's I guess that's my mini 2,000 mile review as well. Let's see, are we here? Looks like we are here. We are in Garland Mountain Sporting Clays and Grill. So I guess the range they have is clay shooting, and it is packed. Look at that. It is packed. So definitely a popular joint here. Look at that, full of cars, golf carts, and look at this, my Ryker's going off-roading for the first time. Well, let's put it this way, the Ryker's going off the road for the first time. Probably the only time it's gonna go off the road. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and check this out and see how the restaurant is. I'll let you guys know. All right, this was a pretty awesome place, guys. If you haven't been here, Garland Mountain Grill. It's food was amazing. I had the lamb burger. God, every time I say burger, Pink Panther comes to mind, and I always say I had them burgers. I had the lamb burger, and I gotta tell you, I've had many a lamb burgers in my days, in, you know, not to brag, but in a couple of different countries. And I gotta tell you, this is one of the best I have had in some time. I mean, like, Everything was perfect. I mean, the sauce was perfect. The aioli they had was perfect. You know, the lamb was perfectly cooked. The cucumbers were slightly pickled, but they were perfect in taste. I mean, like, all around it was just a perfect burger. So this place is called Garland Mountain Sporting Clays, and they've got this restaurant inside. It is just amazing, guys. You need to check it out. Really awesome. And I'm just gonna go ahead now and take the boring ride back home the faster way. And again, guys, please hit the subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. If you like the video, please hit like. And I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for taking me over the 500 sub mark. I do appreciate that. And ride safe. Hope you guys have a chance to ride today as well. And until next time, be safe.